Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it finally happened. Japan has finished their streak. Their streak is over, and what a way to end it. We have seen their game against Vietnam where they didn't really show greatness, but they won that game anyways. And against Iraq, everyone thought, I think, that they would come and be more prepared, more focused, more locked into this Asian Cup, and they will go for not just a win, but a statement win to say, okay, we are here and we are the favorites and we want to win this competition because we deserve it. And ultimately, didn't really, from the start, we had a completely different game than we were expecting. And Iraq, with Jesus Casas, they have prepared this game in the perfect way. At Education City Stadium, we have seen Iraq pushing from the beginning, and especially from this part of from this wing, the left wing, with Yahya, Jassim, Bayesh, Al-Amari, they were all pushing. Also, from the other side, they were all coming up, but from the left side, Iraq was really pushing, and Sugawara, Junaito, they really were struggling. They were struggling at the beginning, and again, at the 5th minute, there is a goal coming from the left. And it's Ayman Hussein that scores after Suzuki, perhaps this young goalkeeper that is really talented. He had a bad exit. He just slaps the ball and puts it basically on Ayman Hussein's head. And yes, it wasn't an easy catch. If you wanted to catch it, it wasn't an easy ball to slap away, perhaps in another way. But perhaps Zion Suzuki is struggling a little bit with the pressure of the Japanese national team. And for Japan knew that bringing in 3 goalkeepers that don't have that much experience with the national team, and they don't have really many caps with the national team, that would have affected a little bit them. Zion Suzuki is still a good goalkeeper, and I hope that he tries to just learn from perhaps these little mistakes that are happening here and there, because also, of course, there was the discussion in the game against Vietnam, so about, especially if I don't remember wrong, the second goal of Vietnam was a little bit his mistake. So Zion Suzuki, he has to work on some stuff, but he is a good goalkeeper and a young one, so it's normal that perhaps he can have some mistakes. But anyways, more than Zion Suzuki or any other Japanese player, Iraq was pushing well. Iraq was playing well. They were pushing, and looking at the results, perhaps one can think, oh, okay, they played defensively and they were counter-attacking. And yes, during the second half, that was what happened. But in the first half, it was really Iraq pushing. And here, 49th? Anyways, this is in the stoppage time. And Iraq started to push and kept pushing. And in the first half, before the end of the first half, the stoppage time at the 49th minute, 45 plus 4, there is a second goal, and it's still Ayman Hussein, and it's still a goal coming from the left side where Yahya and Jassim were really giving a challenge to the Japanese defense. And Yahya puts the ball inside the area, and Ayman Hussein was really good on coming in the middle of the 2 central defenders, Taniguchi and Takura, and scored the goal. Here, I don't think Zion Suzuki could have done much, but really, that was a great goal. Then Emre Hussein has a little injury. He comes off the field after the first half. Hopefully he is doing well and he's going to be able to rejoin the team from the next game. In the second half, then of course we see Tomiyasu coming in. We see a lot of players, a lot of changes for Moriyasu, but Japan tries to push. There is an opportunity where there was a penalty kick called by the referee, then recalled by the VAR because of Sulaka intervention, where there was perhaps a contact with the thigh. It was really close. The VAR called that. And then, that was a game where Japan tried in the second half. They found the goal with Wataru Endo in a corner kick 2 minutes before the end of the game. But Iraq played a great game. Congrats to the Lions of Mesopotamia. They had a great game, and now they have a good shot in their last game against Vietnam. That is not gonna be easy because we've seen Vietnam playing against Japan, and we have seen Vietnam even before this Asian Cup playing really well. Iraq has now the possibility to get even with a draw, if I'm not wrong. Of course, depends what happens even with a draw, probably, yes, I would say so. The first place in this group, that is really, really important if you want to go on a deep run. And Japan, now everything changes. Perhaps Moriyasu needs to change a couple of things. I would say putting Tomiyasu from the beginning would be one, and then of course he has to see if putting Ueda would be something, putting Doan and changing in that side, even though I have to say Minamino, Kubo, Anito, they're playing really well, but perhaps something needs to change, and mentally perhaps something has to change. And Japan doesn't seem really on the form that we were expecting, but never say never, they can recover, and of course the tournament is still really, really long. Anyways, next game is gonna be Vietnam against Indonesia. As I said before, Iraq will play against Vietnam and Japan will play against Indonesia in the last game of this group. Thank you very much. That's pretty much it for this game. It was a really surprising game, perhaps the first big surprise of this Asian Cup. And thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.